big hello to that beautiful blue ball down there we all call home. All those proud white folks working hard. God bless you.
It's just a different generation.
Hey guys, we just saw Netflix's Don't Look Up.
That's right, everybody. Is this movie looking up, or does it just crash and burn? Stick around, because we're about to find out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Geedunk. I'm Josh.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Ashley.
And today, we're talking Don't Look Up. And you might see a new face here. And why is she here? Well,
that's a good question.
Probably because Leonardo Dicaprio's in this and like a moth to a flame. We get Ashley.
Right, I do like some Leonardo DiCaprio.
When you get a little Chris Evans there too, you know, a little flavor of Chris Evans in it for about a minute.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was him at first. I was like, is that? Maybe?
Oh,
maybe it isn't.
It was totally him.
But Leo, I mean, I'm a big Leo fan, like from like Growing Pains days, okay? Like he was a poster on my wall when I was a teen.
He plays Dr. Randall Mindy, the hottest astronomer on the planet, evidently, in this movie. So everybody's all about some Dr. Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cate Blanchett, who played his love interest in this, she was definitely about some Dr. Randall. You know, getting a little frisky with some Dr. Randall there.
Speaking of which, Billy, who's in this movie?
All right, we had Cate, like I said, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett, Jennifer Lawrence, who played an astronomy PhD student working under Dr. Mindy, and she's actually one that founded the comet in this movie. And so her name is Kate DiBiase, so they named the comet after her, Comet DiBiase. Yeah, we had what's that guy that used to be fat, but he's not fat anymore, but he's still funny, dude.
But now he's back again. Yeah. Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill. Yeah. Jonah Hill.
He does not like to be talked to or talked about like that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. That's okay, though.
I can relate.
He's cool. And so we had Meryl Streep playing the president and Jonah Hill's mom, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? We had, who else? We had...
you might call this an all-star cast, because anytime Billy recognizes a face, it's an all-star cast.
Oh, well, this was definitely an all-star cast.
But this one is probably legitimate.
Oh,
legit.
Totally all-star. Yeah. And then, of course, you had, you had Sarah Silverman doing a cameo, like I said, Chris Evans... and there were who else?
Ariana Grande,
Kid Cudi,
Cate Blanchett,
Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet, yeah, oh yeah, man, freaking tons of people in this movie.
So a lot of people in this movie.
Oh yeah.
From little roles, you know, some were just cameos and some were pretty decent roles. So,
Billy, what's this movie about? Can you break it down quickly? Not the whole movie,
so
just the general premise.
Can't look up.
Pretend you're Leonardo DiCaprio and you got to explain it to the world.
Pretend you're Dr. Mindy.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, and then tell me why you're telling me about it. You got 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
That's you, Doc. Go.
So, yeah, so really...
Keep your cool.
Yeah, so, yeah, right, exactly.
I'll play the PhD student, and I'll lose my cool.
Anybody got my Xanax?
Yeah, I'll steal it from you. It's fine.
So, so really this movie's just a satire about, you know, today's events, about politics, about media, and about how everything's just kind of going insane in the world, and they really play off that and just make fun of everything. I mean, it doesn't just focus on one political group. It focuses on making fun of everybody across the board, including the media, and just how the world really isn't paying attention to what's important in life. We're just all they're all concentrating on superficial nonsense in this movie, right? Whenever you got this meteor that's coming down, it's 6 months away from destroying the world, and the only people who seem to care are the people who found it and a couple other of their scientific world buddies, you know. So it's
well, you start like I like how the president, like they get into the president somehow, and they've got this meeting, and she's like, when are
the midterms are coming up?
The midterms are coming up. Like, thanks for stopping by. And in fact, they don't even get seen right away. Like, they're waiting all day, and then they're like, yeah, she didn't have time for you. Come back tomorrow.
And I gotta say, I'm not big on the media. I'm not big on politics, so I really wasn't excited to see this movie. But I got kind of dragged into it because Ashley saw it, then Billy saw it, so therefore I was forced to see it.
Leonardo DiCaprio's face was on my Netflix when I turned it on.
Yeah,
what was I supposed to do? Say no?
Now, what I will say about this movie, I mean, you know, say what you will, you know, but there was a lot of funny stuff in it, you know, and like Josh, I'm not a huge fan of, you know, I'm okay if it's going to make fun of everybody, but if it's really picking on one side or the other, it's like, come on, man, just, you know, let's keep politics out of it. But this purposely just made fun of everybody, so I was cool with that. And the acting was phenomenal. Like, acting was great in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, all the actors brought their A game. I mean, Timothée Chalamet, even a little bit that he was in, I thought his character was awesome. He played like this hillbilly skater kid kind of role. And that was pretty cool. You know, Jennifer Lawrence's character like really irritated me at first for a bit. And I mean, and the thing is, it was supposed to, right? She was supposed to be annoying and irritating, and she did it very well.
She panicked on.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think I have a little bit different take on this movie. This movie is so long and so bad. I don't know how they got any of these actors to star in this movie.
Wow.
It is that bad.
Are you serious, man?
I didn't want to watch it to begin with because of the topics, and they are making fun of it, which helps a little bit. And there are some funny moments, but what a terrible, crappy movie this is.
I love it. I love the role reversal. Normally it's me crapping on movies, now this guy crapping on them. Yes.
I don't know how they got into these actors. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio when he's like, he's appalled that people are taking him serious, and that's how I feel. And these two jokers saw it before me and convinced me. So I can't believe they wasted my time like this and almost forced me to watch this movie. And it's a long movie.
It is 2.5 hour movie.
I didn't even realize how long it was. I stayed awake, and I don't stay awake during movies.
I looked at my watch halfway through this, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm only halfway through this."
All right, so let's
blow this planet up already.
But the planet does get blown up. That's cool.
You guys rate the movies on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I rate movies on how far into it do I fall asleep, and it's typically about 15 to 20 minutes. To be honest with you. This guy won't take me to the movie theater anymore because it's not worth the money because I will fall asleep. I did not fall asleep watching this movie.
Well, there you have it. There you have it, folks. That's like a...
These guys bamboozled me to waste my time, so now I guess we're going to waste your time. But as a professional, I'm going to review this, but fair warning, it is not
It's totally not a waste of time. The movie was funny.
If you like satire.
Right.
Maybe you don't like satire.
Yeah, this guy obviously
satire?
doesn't like this. Not this type of satire. He doesn't, evidently.
Yeah. But I mean, think about like it's a very out of character role for Meryl Streep.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. She's played some roles like that.
It kind of like in a satire, like Death Becomes Her, like 20, 30, what was that? Probably 30 years ago. The closest I can relate it to something that Leonardo's done that I can remember was probably Wolf of Wall Street, because he kind of, I mean, that was a serious movie, but he kind of like played weird things in that. Yeah,
but in this he plays like, I mean, it's funny how he progressed in this. He starts as like this just real timid professor that's having like panic attacks all the time, can barely speak in public. And then he
feels like me at a briefing. That's exactly how I feel. I saw him like, finally someone else goes through these emotions.
And then but then of course he finally gets used to the fame. He ends up having an affair with a hot TV chick who's played by Cate Blanchett, right? So
Cate Blanchett, I really enjoyed in this movie. She was one of the highlights for me.
I have to tell you, I don't typically enjoy Cate Blanchett.
I love Cate Blanchett.
I don't really like the roles. It's not that I don't like her acting. I just don't like the roles she chooses to play. But this was not her typical role.
She looked a lot different in this.
She did look a lot different.
It took me a minute to realize it was her. I was like, oh man, it's Cate Blanchett.
Same here. So, but I really liked her in this movie, and I mean, she did a great job.
She was great in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
which is
she was
like an action role for her that you normally don't see her too much in. So I mean, she's very versatile.
Oh, she is. She's an awesome actress.
Yeah, she is. I don't, for some reason, she kind of annoys me for some reason, but she didn't in this one, and I really liked her. But I love the character. I love how they play that media to, they're sitting there on the show to tell them it's the end of the world, and they're like, yeah. They just make a joke at it.
That was one of the funnier scenes for me, because we got to make the bad news light. Makes the medicine go down easy.
Well, but the cool thing was her co-star was Medea, man. We had Medea up in there, So.
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Exactly,
he
man.
did good.
He did awesome, dude. Yeah, those two together.
They were a very good duo together.
It was like it was like Michael Strahan and Kelly Ripa together. It was that kind of that duo they were trying to do. Yeah, so it was pretty cool the way they did that. But Tyler Perry was awesome.
Yeah,
well, then I love the way they clown.
Jennifer Lawrence just loses her mind because she's like, this is not light. You can't make this happy.
Right. Well, and then of course, Cate Blanchett's like, "Oh, doctor, you come back anytime." The nonsense, screamy, ugly girl. No. Her, not so much. You know?
Yeah.
Then I loved freaking Jonah Hill's character and the way he just always clowned on Jennifer Lawrence. And he was like, "Listen up, boy with the dragon tattoo."
That was funny.
I was like,
so there's
man.
definitely funny moments, but for the most of the film, I felt like I was like Jennifer Lawrence locked in that room, and I had to wait for this movie to be over to come out. That's what I felt like.
Wow.
So it's deep. This movie's super deep.
Yeah. Okay.
Deeper than you realize.
All right.
And there was some other really weird stuff in this. Like,
Tons of weird
there
stuff.
is a scene where you can see the camera crew in it, and it's just edited so sloppy. Leonardo Dicaprio is in a grocery store in the middle of a conversation, and it cuts away before he even finishes his sentence.
What are the little potatoes called? The tiny ones?
Fingerling potatoes?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love fingerling potatoes.
Let's get finger.
Do you want to say something too?
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah.
I think
And this
they
happens
purposely did that.
multiple times.
No,
I
that
don't know
was
if this is
purposely
done
done.
purposely, but why would you make? Oh, we can make it look like this is sloppily edited. It's almost like I edited this movie at like midnight.
Right.
So it is very weird, and I don't get the point of that.
I
If
think
that
that's
is a stylistic
it
choice,
is a style,
well,
I
it's
think.
dumb.
Hey,
You made a cut.
Yeah, let's keep
You
it light.
made-
and
we try to keep it
happy.
light and
You
healthy
made
here.
a cut
Makes the
in the
medicine go
middle
down.
of a sentence. How is that cool?
Can we cut you? In the
The other thing that they do is they show like some scenes that are on the screen for like a second and a half where your brain doesn't even have time to process
That's
what
a
they're
style
even
of editing.
showing you. So what is the point of that?
What was the point of the whole movie, man? It was just a giant.
was
Good
my-
question.
That was my thing.
Good question.
Was he asked if it was a good movie, and I said I enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here.
And I
was
think
like,
the
yeah.
acting was good, but I do not understand the point of the movie.
Oh no! I mean, the movie's completely nuts, right? I mean, would this ever happen? Now, first
Just
of
to
all,
make fun of everybody, I guess?
And first of all, the other countries aren't going to let Washington just push them out of something this big, right? Like, the way the other countries get pushed out of
They did
this,
eventually
just,
get in, and then they
way
messed
too
up
little,
too.
too late. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the way
I get the
everything.
movie's nonsense, but
Right, it's
that,
total
that
nonsense.
cutting
It was meant to
and
be.
the way it's edited,
I was
you're
fine with
showing
that.
the crew?
Yeah, man, I was cool with it.
I
you
don't
know?
even remember that part.
Well, what I did think was cool though, at the very end when it actually got serious, they're all having dinner around the table.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet, says the prayer and all that stuff, and I was like, man, that was kind of cool how it got a little serious right there at the end. When the whole rest of the movie is just complete satirical nonsense,
Yeah.
and then it finally gives you like just a little moment of peace at the end, right? They're just sitting down as a family, just having a family dinner. It's just a peaceful moment,
Yeah.
and then boom.
I did like that they kept coming back to that one part where I think it was a general. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it was a three-star general.
Yeah, charged him for snacks, and he was
That
like,
part was probably one of the
and
funniest
she
moments.
just kept talking about it,
hilarious,
like
dude.
apparently hours into the
through the-
movie
through the
since
whole
it was so
movie.
long.
Yeah.
So General goes and gets snacks, and he's like, "Hey, this costs so much," and they pay him. And then she goes to like a fridge and gets some water, and she's like, "How much is this?" And I'm like, "This is the White House. This is free." And I'm like, "That General charged me for this."
Jennifer Lawrence is who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man.
And then an
And she-
hour later in the movie, she's talking to somebody else. She's like, I just don't understand.
She just can't let it go.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, "This guy's a 3-star general. He does pretty well. Why the hell would he charge me for the snacks?"
He works at the Pentagon. Why would he charge us for free snacks?
And then another half hour later, she's like, was it a power thing? She
Right.
just won't let it
Well,
go.
and I tell you who also did a great job, though I thought was funny. I mean, he was annoying, but he was funny. Was the guy, and I can't think of his name right now. But he's a very big stage actor. But the role he playing the tech genius giant guy, who was actually had the
I
whole
know who
White
you're
House.
talking
He was
about,
the guy in
yeah.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, but he was hilarious, man, and just and the way
He's like a
they just-
Steve Jobs kind of knockoff.
Right, exactly. But the way they had him and just all the big industry controlling the White House and pretty much
Yeah.
just controlling the world. Again another satirical thing they're throwing in there. But that dude was hilarious, man. I thought he did great in that role. And and I guess he was trying, like you say, he's kind of being like maybe a Steve Jobs / Jeff Bezos / Elon Musk type, all rolled into one kind of role or something.
Yeah.
I guess.
I
But-
love where he comes in and he's like hey, we got to mine this thing for its resources. This will fix this. He's like, it'll fix diversity. And you're like, what the heck is that?
He's gonna fix poverty.
He just
Hunt
throwing
world
stuff
hunger.
out there.
Yeah, that was
The world's never going to be hungry anymore.
And then, of course, you've got psycho Jennifer Lawrence going in there saying, We're all going to be dead.
Right,
it doesn't matter.
Right. Well, and then finally Leonardo Dicaprio gets it, and he's like, oh wow, this dude's plan is not going to work. And finally, he starts cussing and screaming at the on TV, saying the same thing.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, hilarious, man. I mean, yeah. Was it
funny.
nonsense? The movie was complete and utter nonsense.
Yes,
there was like 2 funny moments.
Absolutely.
And I just talked about both of them.
There was way more than that. I mean, it was complete utter nonsense. I mean, it was so far fetched, it was ridiculous. Well, in the end, too, was funny because so the world blows up, but of course the president.
Spoiler alert. Yeah,
the president and all the rich people make it off planet, and part of the movie, the rich guy's like, I can even, my phone's so cool and my technology's so cool, I can tell you how you die. And he tells the president, I think you're going to eat by... She's like, well, how am I going to die? He's like, you're going to be eaten by a Brontorok, but we don't know what that is yet. So if you are watching the movie, stick around after the credits and you'll find out what a Brontorok is. Don't just shut it off as soon as the movie ends, because there's a scene after that that shows you what a Brontorok is. But that scene was pretty funny. Like, everybody's stark naked, though, and I was like, why couldn't they just put some clothes on when they get off the...
It's not funny enough,
when they get
you don't get it. It's over your head.
Yeah, I guess you got to be naked for it to be
Naked's
funny.
funny.
Naked's funny,
Naked's funny.
But a bunch of old naked people,
It was
funny to see some of like the tramp stamps on the president and stuff like that. I guess they probably did it for that effect.
Right, yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, overall, complete nonsense movie, but it was hilarious, I thought. I got some good laughs out of it. It kept me entertained. So yeah, that's all I could ask for.
I can't give it a number rating because I don't fall within your scale. But it
you
was
don't know how to use a 1 out of 10 rating?
I don't. I use a matter of like how long I went to sleep. 20% in the movie, 50%. It was a 100% movie. I was able to stay awake for the whole thing.
There you go, 100% movie. Josh, what do you
give,
man?
I use a 1 to 10 scale, and this movie...
Here on the guess what we do.
What is this movie?
It's a 4 for me. Not worth
4.
Anyone's time.
Wow. That's rated.
And I wish these guys would have given me a heads up. So
that's rated a little bit higher than you rated The Matrix, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
How about that? So not too bad.
Not
too bad.
It's one of the lowest movies I've rated.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I think it's tied with some... I think 4 is the lowest you've ever given a movie. So it
might be.
Yeah. No, this is way better than Matrix. Way better than Matrix. I'm going to give this movie 7. Yeah, I liked it, I like this movie. I'm giving it a 7.
So you liked The Matrix better than this movie?
I could watch The Matrix again. I would never watch this
What
again.
I will say about this movie is I guarantee you this movie's going to be up for some awards.
No.
This is going to be...
There's not great acting in this movie.
This movie's going to be up for some awards.
No great acting in this movie.
Guarantee it will be.
No.
Yes, there is.
Well, it might be up for award, maybe a Razzie or so, which I could see it winning. And I will say Hollywood loves themselves, so I could see them giving this something, but... There's really no stellar acting in my mind going on here.
It's going to have to be Matrix for that Razzie, and that's going to be pretty hard
Unless,
to do.
Unless, Cate Blanchett gets it. And
Kate
I don't know.
Cate Blanchett could totally get it, man. She was freaking awesome.
I think Leo could get I mean, poor Leo gets snubbed all the time, so, but Jennifer Lawrence did a great job.
No. She did a super job being annoying.
You didn't like her character,
Timothée Chalamet did an awesome job. Just the 15, 20 minutes he was
pointless, should not even have been in the movie.
The 15, 20 minutes he was in it, he did a good job, I thought. Chris Evans' little cameo was awesome.
I didn't mind Chris Evans, and I will say, he kind of said what I feel when it comes to politics and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool to have that viewpoint represented in some kind of way. But, yeah.
Okay, so this just in. Josh didn't like the movie.
In case you didn't hear it at the very beginning.
And I could see some people going, it's over his head. He doesn't get it.
Maybe.
Sloppy cuts, it doesn't, I don't get that. What does that add? Unless you're content creators jack things up. I've certainly jacked some things up quite frequently.
I think all of it was intentional. I really do. I think it was all intentional.
Yeah, it has to be because it's so bad. It has to be intentional because I don't think any director that got paid money would edit like this.
There's certain styles that I don't agree with. I think it worked for this movie. For this particular movie, the style of movie, I thought it worked fine.
Yep, absolutely.
Didn't bother me at all.
Well, there you have it, folks. We had a good role reversal today. Normally, I'm the one crapping on movies. Today, it was all Josh. He was terrible. Hey, I can tell you, man, you did a great job crapping on it too.
Yeah.
I
tried.
You're like, it's my level.
It wasn't that hard, but
he also kept that a secret until we.
That's right. Until we came in. Yeah.
Complete shock to us.
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Well, what am I supposed to say? Thanks for wasting my time ahead of time, Billy. And yeah,
that sounds like something you would say.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, there we go. You see the split decision on this movie. We enjoyed it. He didn't. Please let us know what you think about it. If you like our channel, hit like and subscribe, and we will check you guys in the next review.
See you guys.
See ya. How the Turntable.
That was awesome.
How the Turntable.
That was awesome.
2 hours and 22 minutes of my life, awesome. I don't generally see movies I expect to be bad.
I thought it was a good movie.
But it
The critics.
critics pissed on it,
Wow.
and audience is loving it.
Billy's probably up there. Like it.
I
convinced 2 other suckers to watch it.
Gonna be a Josh thumbs down kind of movie here. I think so.
All right, we need to.
It's gonna be a Josh turn around and pull his pants down. Like I kind of like the premise of like, let's crap on Hollywood because these politics are tearing people apart and they can't agree on anything. But what am I watching at the same time?
No, I don't want anything up. I need it like. We need to stay within our bubble.
My hands don't work like that.
He's like,
Hey guys, did you see the way I edited that in the middle of that
It's kind of like
word?
What
is it? What was the point of it? If this was like a YouTube like mockumentary, I could see that. But you say the planet blows up, I'm like, that was not good.
No, cut it out then. I don't care.
We just cut it out. We'll just cut it out. There you go. Boom.
I downloaded all the
You
software.
didn't shut the door.
I downloaded all the software.
All right,
Oh my god.
Billy. Here, let me just give you a heads up. If the audio's messed up, it took me an hour to figure out how to make that one sound right. Your expectations are up here. They need to be.
Well, he's
down
one. He
here.
wants to do something he can't even do. Yeah.
They got him in the right order?
Do they have them in the right order?
Yeah, these are all good points you guys are making. These are all great points.
Well, he probably had some committed to memory, but now that we've been joshing around a little bit, like he's probably forgotten.
We've been joshing around.
I mean,
What's up, y'all? I'm the last man on Earth. Shit's all fucked up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.